We're here with Lewis Black from the Austin Chronicle. Hi, Lewis.
Hi, how are you?
Good. I'm thankful that you're okay with me being very late today.
You know, it always makes, it's like when I'm at a dinner party and somebody knocks over a glass, I'm always relieved because I won't be the first one to do it.
Great. So, as I discussed, we're going to ask you a few questions, and you can answer or not answer them in any way that you like.
Okay.
So, let's kick Polite Society right where it counts. How old are you?
I'm 58.
And do you have a political orientation?
I say independent, but I've probably been predominantly Democratic for a long time.
Okay. How about religion or religious affiliation?
Jewish.
Okay. And can you talk about your job title or titles here in Austin?
Well, I'm editor of the Austin Chronicle, which at this point is don't have that much hands-on responsibility. It's been going for 28 years. The staff is very empowered. So, I mean, I'm involved in long-term decision-making. And then my other main job is I'm one of the directors of South by Southwest, the music, film, and interactive conference that takes place in March here. And there it's the same deal. I'm much more involved in long-term planning and thinking about things and working on the business than I am in day-to-day stuff.
South by Southwest is 24 years old this year?
I think we just finished our 23rd year.
Great. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Can you talk about how you see your role in the community here?
I've always said that I've always thought we're like one of those papers in Vermont where, like, you know, if the kid comes home from college with a couple of his friends, there's a little item on it. I think we're a community newspaper. I think the community is spread out throughout Austin. But I think that's what we are, and that we're a way for that community to interact with each other. And crucial to that group is small businesses, mom and pop businesses.
Can you talk about your relationship with the local independent community here in Austin?
Well, right now it's not as good as it could be just because of one issue, which was a proposition. There's a shopping mall development on the edge of town, and there was a proposition not to give it any more money, and I was against the proposition because I thought it was going to create legal entanglements. Nick, my partner, was in favor of he thought it was going to create legal entanglements because he thought it was an important statement to make. But in general, we're symbiotic. I mean, you know, we're very dependent on the mom and pop businesses and on the small community, and I hope that they're dependent on us, you know, with the advertisers and things like that. When the Chronicle started, over the years, when we did ad rate increases, a lot of papers do a blanket like 10%. We would always do like a V thing where the 16th 52 times, the smallest ad most times, wouldn't go up at all. And the full page at one time would go up a lot. And so mom and pop businesses could keep advertising with us. And one of the things I've discovered over the years, a lot of people at other weeklies have come and said, how do you keep all those little restaurants and the mom and pop businesses? And part of it was our rates. I mean, our 16th of a page at the 52-time rate, if it comes in camera ready, costs about what it did 15 years ago. So we're really conscious of that relationship.
Great. Next question's been a lot of fun for some of the subjects, so I hope you enjoy it. The local independent community here in Austin were an animal. What animal would it be and why?
No, it wouldn't be one animal. Nothing in Austin has ever won anything. I mean, it'd be like a herd of cats. You know, Austin's amazing because it's a town where everybody's involved. So on any kind of civic decision, you've got 16 different groups that have interest. So sometimes it moves very slowly. But I mean, I think that there's two different independent business organizations, for example, which is indicative of the way everything happens here. But so I would say a herd of cats, if I'm allowed to use more than one animal.
You are.
Okay.
Can they be herded?
You know, I don't think that. I think it's a bad question, and it's probably my fault for a bad metaphor because they can all work together. Certainly, I think herded is the wrong word. I think the nature of independent businesses and independent business people is they're very strong visionaries. Actually, a lot of them, and so I think they can work. Certainly, they can work together.
Great. Can you talk about a time when the independent community in Austin lost a business and the community felt an impact?
You know, we've lost lots of clubs over the years, and that's always impacted everything that's going on. I mean, there are still people who mourn the loss of Liberty Lunch, which, you know, and there are clubs you can name, and then people will start naming other clubs. So I would say, you know, it's more clubs in music clubs because this is such a music town. In terms of a business, nothing comes to mind.
So what? This is a very music-oriented city, Austin.
Yeah, very much so.
What was the void quickly filled?
It was. It's one of the things when you have a music scene that goes back to the '60s. Is that it's never the same. I mean, so it ebbs and it flows. So sometimes, a number of clubs will close, and it's been awkward for a while, but it's always kind of repaired itself, and things tend to shift. So yeah, I mean, when Liberty Lunch is one of those when it closed, nothing's ever taken its place. And there's other clubs like that, but the scene comes back, which takes it away.
2-1. So you clearly are an organizer and entrepreneur, and that's really who we're talking to in this project. Can you share with anyone who might see this or interact with it one lesson or a piece of advice?
Learn how to brand. I hate the word, I hate the concept, but I can brand like nobody's business. I've worked with the Chronicle, South by Southwest. I was an original board member of the Austin Film Society, which was started by Rick Linklater, who directed Slacker and Before Sunset, and again, School of Rock. And I helped them with that. I've done it with other things. I mean, one of the things you really want to do is there was a film school for kids, and they had some weird name as a change it to School of Film or whatever. One of the things is brand, and don't get cute and don't get clever, and you want to establish that. The other thing is never go against the other guy. Promote yourself. Don't talk about how the other guy sucks. Don't say Walmart's rotten. Talk about what you do right, because you don't want to go uphill there. You don't want people to feel bad when they go there, because then they're going to try not to listen to you. So my 2 bits of advice are branding. Know what you are. Make it clear. I mean, I've seen people start businesses with names that have nothing to do with what they're doing. So those are my 2 bits of advice.
Great. Last question.
Yes.
So this one, as I said, I'm going to ask you to talk to the camera.
Yes.
And what I'd like you to do is if you could deliver one message to anyone who might see this, what would that message be?
The basic thing is that independent businesses are what create community. Now when you travel around I travel around the country, starting 30 years ago, 35 years ago, and used to go to communities that were unique. And now when you travel around the country, that uniqueness is really gone from a lot of places. There's still some places that have it, but more and more you see chain stores and the same restaurants and the same everything. And the reality is independent businesses help define the culture of the community. And I really believe everything comes out of community. I think creativity. Austin is an extraordinary community in terms of what happens here creatively. And I think community is crucial for that. And I think independent businesses are what are the basis of maintaining community.